Is FSU holding back something that could have a major impact on the effectiveness of their offense? I asked an NFL QB that question. Here are his thoughts and if it'll change for the Noles this weekend. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for taking just a moment to watch this quick video. Spoke with an NFL QB about something that I think is limiting the Noles offense and something that could change this weekend and should change this weekend. If you're watching, do me a quick favor and subscribe, like the video, and give us a thumbs up. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Florida State should change things up? Do you think that they're in a good position? What are your thoughts, concerns, and questions about this topic? Spoke with Mike Glennon, NFL QB, ACC analyst. Today is the 10-year anniversary of that game in Raleigh. Don't want to talk about that too much, but spoke with him about Jordan Travis's effectiveness, using his legs, and if he's doing it enough. Watch that clip, and we'll be right back. FSU has a banged-up offensive line right now. You and I talked in our quick little video about Jordan Travis, about him not using his legs as much. Do you think this might be a game where, because of the injuries on the offensive line, because of how good North Carolina State is up front, that he might have to get around the edge at times and try and move with his legs?
Yeah, I almost think it's gotten to the point where he's not running enough. Like, it is an asset to him. He's really good at it. So although you don't want him running as much as he did last year, I don't know the exact number, but I think he had over 100 carries last year. Like, I don't think you want your quarterback carrying the ball 10 times a game, but I don't see what's wrong with, 5 times a game or so. Some of those may be design runs. Some of those may be him keeping it when a play breaks down in the drop back game. But NC State does have a good defense, so they're going to be keyed into him. They have a really good run defense, but they also do a good job on the back end and coverage. So Florida State is going to have their work cut out for them because NC State's defense is one of the best in the ACC. Probably outside of Clemson, they may be the best defense in the conference.
Guys, I want to give a quick plug, a quick shout out to thegramco.com. Wear the hat. Gramco.com is your leader in Delta 8 products. You can get gummies, pre-rolls, vapes, wake and bake coffee. They have an excellent quick mix that's water soluble, flavorless, and odorless. Check them out today. You can use code NOSLAW, NOSLAW, at thegramco.com. I just got my green apple gummies in. Great stuff there. Go check them out. Again, Knoll-founded, vet-owned, and they give back to both Florida State and NIL through their efforts. You can go to thegramco.com, use code NOSLAW, that's NOSLAW, to save 25% off of your order. Appreciate Gramco and their support. You guys go check them out. Last year, Jordan Travis ran the ball 134 times. This year, he's at 21 times. He's on pace to run the ball roughly 50 times this year. He's averaging a mere 2.4 yards a carry, when last year he was at 4 yards a carry and had 7 touchdowns. I understand that his passing has improved drastically. He's only 300 yards short of eclipsing last year's passing total through 5 games, really 3.5 games if you consider the second halves he hasn't played and the Louisville game where he was injured. But Florida State's offensive line is really banged up right now. We don't know if Robert Scott's going to play this weekend, and even if he does, he's not going to be 100%. This week and next week against NC State and Clemson, I just don't believe that Florida State will be able to have Jordan sit back in the pocket consistently and pick apart those two secondaries. I don't think the offensive line will be able to hold up against a lot of NFL guys that will be bringing a ton of pressure. Like Mike said in his video, Jordan's legs are a weapon, and right now they're not being used as such. What's the reason for this? Well, first, I think that FSU wants to showcase that Jordan Travis is a passer. They've done an excellent job of that. He's been great through the air this year. In all 5 games, even the Wake Forest game where he wasn't his sharpest, he looked pretty good. Second, I think they want to protect him from injury. Taking less hits on a leg that's been banged up is a good way to do that. And third, I think since he's been playing with that brace, he wants to protect that leg as much as possible. So it could not only be the staff, but it could be Jordan's hesitance there. Some pics and videos have come out this week from practice where he's not wearing the brace, which would seem to be a good sign. A little bit more confidence, not only from him, but the staff in rehabbing that leg. All that said, this has to be the week that FSU does what Louisville did halfway through that UCF game with Cunningham. You remember what Cunningham did the first game against Syracuse and the first half against UCF? He was a drop back passer. He didn't run the ball. He didn't take off. And their offense just looked stagnant. Now, Florida State's offense hasn't looked stagnant. They've looked really, really good with Jordan just dropping back and throwing the ball. But this is a different test. NC State and Clemson are very different animals than what we've seen in the first 5 games. The Noles are limiting, or maybe Jordan's confidence. I'm not 100% sure where that lies. Probably a mix of both, like anything in life. But his most elite weapons, one of his most elite weapons, are being limited right now, and that's his legs. NC State's defense is very good. You need every tool available in your tool belt to knock them off this weekend on the road in Raleigh. Jordan's legs might just be that X factor that they're, one, not expecting, and that the Noles need this weekend. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Should Jordan run more? Should he not run as much? Will he be able to just sit back in the pocket and pick that NC State defense apart? Want to hear what you think about it. Want to hear your thoughts. Again, smash the subscribe button, hit the comments. We'll talk to you guys soon. Go Noles.